Yo, quarter-inch strips of cardboard, that's how we've been doing this. So I've been lying here on my bed for hours, not all at a time. Um, Arms extended over it, like a quiggle, except with only two arms. So I've been going through here and reinforcing the ribs that it will be exposed with cardboard, so they're pretty sturdy now. And I've completed all the side pieces. I'm still working on the last part. I think I'll cut this with a razor blade so that it's even and not overly, so the cardboard won't be exposed. At least that's the plan. I still have to cut this with a razor blade too. I've destroyed my form for the copper cladding because I sure hope I'm done with that. And the plan moving forward, eventually I'll have to put a framing in here for windows. I have plexiglass and intend to actually put real plexiglass in the back. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this space other than that from the beginning it's been meant to be a cabin area. So I'm going to put up walls somehow in some form of floor plan that doesn't interfere too much with the cannons over here. And but I haven't figured that out yet, what my floor plan will be, other than it'll need to have like an officer's mess and maybe like a captain's cabin and some other officers' cabins in here. And then the sides of the boat, I'm going to paint or use a wood stain for this color of brown. I've been cutting these with the grain. And then I'm going to use this color brown for the deck. Along here, I'm going to coat this. I'm going to put cardboard along this edge here and paint it white, maybe with like nail polish. And I'm going to paint this white just along the edge here. So it'll go white, then it'll go brown, then it'll go red, and then it'll go brown again on top. And I'm not sure if there'll have to be a trim along the top where the deck is. Because I think I'll have a thin deck, 1 inch wide rail deck across the top of here. You can walk along between the forecastle and that's the after castle, right? That would make sense. I can't remember. It's been too long. It's been too many weeks since I looked that up. Up in here, I'm not going to furnish the inside of this because I'm going to put a mechanism in there to simulate cannon. I'm going to use pull string fireworks, probably, or something of the sort that makes a pop and a little bit of smoke. And I'm going to encase them in brass tubes so that they'll be open-ended on both sides. And hopefully if I have like a little hook on the front of the brass tube and then the other end of the pull string firework goes out the back, then I'll put another servo here. This is a sail winch. I'll put another servo here that can just kind of pull on them and flip around and pull on them, and I'll have 6 cannon go off. And that's the battery pack. I'm planning on doing here a Nelson stripe, so the gun port covers will be, this is a fake one because there'll be a wall on the other side of this. The gun port covers will be brown, and then around them will be red. So it'll go brown, red, brown, red, brown, like a Nelson checker. I like to be kind of tight-lipped about what I'm planning, partially because I'm afraid I won't accomplish all of it. In fact, I most likely won't accomplish everything I set out to do. I have kind of high ambitions. I'll still need to cut around there and get that the same size as the other one. This will be the main deck, and it'll come from here to here about. I may adjust these They currently slope backwards away from the main deck. And so this will be the main deck, and there'll be model cannon all the way along here. I've designed a stairway that will go up across the top here, and there'll be a drawbridge, well, a rope bridge that connects to this store to here, and there'll be a Gatling gun here, and maybe some kind of ladder or something it can sling down to the ground here. I'll have to put a crane on, because at some point I want to build and set up here, instead of like a rowboat or a sailboat, I want to have, because this thing has wheels, it's a land yacht. I want to build a Stanley steam-powered car, a model of one. Put a Gatling gun on the back, have a scouting vessel so they can lower it over the side, and have a scouting vehicle that can go shoot out and run out and look around and do scout reconnaissance for the main ship. And also, if you visit a town, then a few crew members can like go into town and shop or whatever, or bribe people or do recruiting or whatever a pirate crew does when they visit a town, get arrested. And then eventually across the top here and here, I'm planning on using maybe like a copper wire or maybe a really thin dowel to make like a railing. I've not really decided that yet. Just the next step is really just to get the deck built and planked. And that is what all of that cardboard is there for. Forecastle would make sense. This is the poop deck, and then a cabin area. Then down here I'll have the main deck. I'll have a railing up above the top, like another deck that just goes out this far. They'll connect the poop deck and the forecastle, or the top of the forecastle. And they have side decks here, a Gatling gun mounted on the top, Gatling guns in the rear, and cannon along the sides. The crew will have to sleep with the cannon in the forecastle. And this doesn't have to be watertight, so all of these decks will have to be removable, all 1, 2, 3, 4 of them.